Hey everybody, you're watching The Christiana 321. I am The Christiana,
I'm the John.
and this is Vlogmas number 43.
No, probably 20.
Well, you're just way behind then.
And today we're talking about
A movie that the name I forgot.
Best Christmas Ever.
I got a lot of problems with this movie, and now you're gonna hear about it.
Alright.
I feel like I'm really low
I
here.
know, I don't know why it's like this. Okay, we had to readjust. Yeah, so I can't guarantee no spoilers in this because
There will be spoilers.
opinions. Alright, so basis of the movie. Brandy, it's not, she's not playing herself, she's playing a person named Jackie. Writes the, Christmas letter every year. Her life sounds amazing. Main character, who's played by somebody who's probably famous, but I don't know her name, gets the letter every year and is, very upset that people write these because why? She calls them, just kind of braggy. But her husband likes them. Turns out her husband and Brandy used to date, and he may or may not have proposed to her several times. We're not sure.
If we ever get stranded and have to stay at your ex's house, I'm gonna throw hands.
So her son, the main character's son, tricks them to go to Brandy's house because when he read the letter, he thought she sounded awesome, which she does.
So I learned a lot about hot air balloons this year. It takes about, I think it's like 250 degrees difference between the temperature inside the balloon and the temperature outside the balloon to make it go up. You can't strap 100 batteries to it and some really fake Santa sleigh buttons from the Santa Claus and expect all of that extra weight to make it go up at the same rate while still somehow using electricity to create fire. I'm not certain how that happens. To heat it enough to be that much warmer, but probably even more. You're probably looking at well, see, here's the thing. 250 degrees is what you need in difference to go up, but the balloon envelope can only handle up to 280 degrees, so you can't get it hotter, but you're adding all this extra weight. It just doesn't physics.
So one of the plot points in the movie is Brandy is making this hot air balloon, or somebody's making it for her, I don't know, and they're going to fly this hot air balloon over the Christmas play. Cool. But it also has to be solar powered.
Which makes no sense at all because you can't fly it during the day when the sun's out because it's going to be too hot.
Right. But solar powered though, you can get energy from the sun and store it in batteries. But then you don't need the solar panels attached to the balloon unless you're flying it around the world for 80 days, and so you got to take it with you.
But you can only fly for a couple hours in the morning basically because during the day it's too hot to fly a balloon.
That's why they're going in winter. Although the one scene that they had of them in the balloon, after the movie was over, they were at a beach.
Yeah, and half the world isn't in winter, and a big part of the world never has winter. They should have consulted a hot air balloon expert. I am not one of those, and even I know that.
There were a lot of plot points. So one of the things was Brandy's daughter was super smart. She was going to Harvard.
Nerd! Excuse me.
And so she would say a bunch of things that sounded really smart until you actually listen to what that sentence would mean.
Mm-hmm. Home values are down 14% in this neighborhood, so you should lower the interest rate on this potential home that you're purchasing because that makes sense.
Because the bank is interested in selling the houses because they won't have as many commissions from the loan. She knows nothing about banking, but she talks really fast and is intimidating because she's a child that knows big words. She just doesn't really know how to use them. But so the husband of the main character with the guy from the movie franchise.
He got married to a pie. I have to say married because this is a PG video. He did other things with that pie.
So, and for you to fill in the franchise, American Pie. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Not Levy. What's the guy's name?
Eugene Levy.
Not Eugene Levy, his son in the movies.
Not Stifler or his mom.
Stifler's mom.
Gotta go on.
That's not the movie that we watched tonight, though.
We should watch that movie.
I don't know if I've seen. No, I've seen the first one, and I've seen the college one that didn't have like hardly any of the main characters from the first one. But I don't think I've seen any of the others. I saw scenes from band camp, and
That
it had
doesn't count either.
Allison Hannigan in it.
They just licensed the name American Pie for some terrible movies. The only movies in that franchise are American Pie, American Pie 2, American Wedding, and American Reunion, which came out like 2 decades later.
So anyway, this movie,
I cried when American Reunion came out.
I thought you were going to say you cried during this movie because of how
Terrible it was. Explain to me this.
Okay, so the movie was about 80 minutes long.
If Santa's not real, I said if, then how is he just magically appearing? But the parents don't believe in him. So who brings the gifts? And if the parents are supplying the gifts as the nerdy kid believes, what is Santa's purpose? I don't understand.
Santa supplies the magic of Christmas.
But if the parents are buying the gifts, then the magic of Christmas is not needed. But if Santa is bringing the gifts through the magic of Christmas...
There is more to the
then the
magic of
parents
Christmas than
should-
just getting presents.
Like what?
Like him helping untie the sleigh.
It didn't require a lot of help. It was just hooked on by a ladder.
Okay, so the ladder goes over this decoration as it's like flying and is hanging from the hot air balloon because the two very supposed to be smart women flying this hot air balloon didn't think that having this like thing dangling from the hot air balloon was going to cause any issues. And then it got stuck on one of the roof decorations, which was a sleigh and some reindeer. And then it just like, but somehow it went from just like barely hooking it, or this is backwards, hooking it like that to, oh my gosh, one of the cats just pooped. It smells so bad.
Sure that was the cat?
Was it you?
No.
It wasn't me?
You sure about that?
Yes, I did not poop while we're filming a video.
I don't know that.
Anyway, if it was me, I wouldn't have brought it up.
You brought it up because you didn't want the viewers to think it was you.
They can't smell it.
You don't have the smell-o-vision set up on here?
Anyway. No, that's an Apple feature. I have an Android.
You gotta get an Apple phone. They're so much better.
So that they can smell my farts?
Nobody wants to smell your farts, but you can like show them candles.
Anyway. So it just like barely hooked it. And then whenever it got time to unhook the sled, it was like fully mangled around it. So much so that one person couldn't untangle it on their
See,
own.
that I believe. Have you ever put a pair of headphones in your pocket?
Okay, did you see them put the sleigh in their pockets?
No, but you can leave a cord completely untouched, have it like perfectly straight across the table for 6 months. When you come back 6 months later, it's tied in 47 knots like the Boy Scouts where they're training.
I disagree.
I think
Anyway.
you're alone in this one. Okay, I have another problem.
They didn't leave the ladder alone though. Like she was in the sled that was hanging from the ladder.
Which is weird that it can support the weight of a person.
Right? Which like, so it would have had to have gotten tangled for it not to have just immediately like been knocked loose when she got in the sled. So it had to have been tangled in that first like jaunt from when they picked up the sleigh to a couple moments later when she decides to climb down the ladder while it's flying.
You know what would have made me love this movie, like best movie ever? If when she climbed down and got in the sleigh, the whole thing went down and she died. That would have been the twist I never would have seen coming. Best movie ever.
Not been a very good Christmas movie.
Everything took place at Christmas. You can't have a Christmas funeral now?
Oh, so if a movie takes place at Christmas, it's a Christmas movie?
It was fully themed in Christmas. They went and bought a Christmas tree.
They're at a Christmas party.
Did they
for
go
the
buy a
entirety
Christmas tree?
There was already a Christmas tree. We're talking
There
about
was
Die Hard
already
now.
a Christmas tree in this movie, and they still went and bought one 2 days before Christmas. And that's the next problem that I have.
Why
They don't
were there
have a Christmas tree?
Christmas trees available 2 days before Christmas?
Whoever's running that Christmas tree stand just might not have good business acumen. But they had one in the bedroom. If there is a Christmas tree fully decorated in the guest bedroom, when you're not even expecting guests, you expect me to believe you don't have one in your living room? Come on, seriously? And if John McClane went to a Christmas tree shop and bought a tree, strapped it to the roof of his car, and took it to the Nagasaki Tower, I don't think Nakatomi Tower, is that what it is? Then I would, right here, say it's a Christmas movie. But it's not.
In the Christmas trivia video, people also got mad at how you pronounce his last name.
John McClane?
McClane.
McClane?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. I think I said Don McClane just a second ago.
I think he said John McClane.
You had American Pie stuck in my head. All that talk about American Pie.
Anyway.
See, we came full circle there.
Yeah. So, it was a short movie. Like, if you can have suspension of disbelief of science, I don't know, maybe you'd like it.
So, you didn't do one of these for Oppenheimer, but what we say about Oppenheimer is that movie was about 6 hours too long.
Mm-hmm.
They could have ended that movie way earlier.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was an hour and 20 minutes?
Hour 21.
Hour and 21 minutes? And it was about an hour and 20 minutes too long.
I feel like, so, I don't know for sure, because I don't know, like, the full process of them filming this, and if it was scripted or not, or, like, how long the script would have been, but I feel like it being only an hour and 20 minutes kind of hurt them, because everything had to be, like, moving the plot forward. There's no fluff, no time to get to know the characters, no, like, interesting little, like, side bits. No, it's, Christmas letter. Son very obviously, sneakily puts the wrong address into the thing. They have a very long car trip where they never realize that they're not in the right place.
Yeah, didn't they leave like in the morning and they got there after midnight?
Right. So my thing is, so they were supposed to be driving to her sister's house. Unless her sister and Brandy live somewhat near each other, like, there's no way they're in the same state.
They started in Utah. There's no way they were still in Utah when they got to her house.
In Utah?
That's what the return address on the letter said.
Oh, okay.
I didn't catch the address of where they went.
So, I don't know where her sister was supposed to live, but there should have been some kind of sign earlier on than when Brandy opened the door that they were in the wrong city.
And if somehow I get tricked and we end up spending the night at one of your ex's house, and they come and put a framed photo of you and them on the bedside table, I'm throwing hands.
On your side of the bed, too.
Yeah, I'm throwing hands.
Why did that even happen? That was such a weird moment. And that, gosh. Yeah, no, everything about this movie, it was so weird. I don't recommend.
No, you have to watch it to understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, we spoiled the whole thing, basically.
So actually watch it before watching this video.
Yeah, go back in time. Erase all the spoilers.
Now you just have to edit and put this in the beginning. I'm making more work for her.
I'm not going to do that. Just a one-take kind of
See how much she cares about you guys? She won't even go and edit a video for you.
No, most people or a lot of people in the comments have been saying that they watch the movie first and then watch these videos. Mm-hmm. So we've been avoiding spoilers for no reason. In the other videos, this one we did not. We didn't really do a good job of it.
I wasn't avoiding spoilers in the other ones either.
Yeah, you're supposed to be.
No, that's not what these videos are. Have you ever seen a review without them telling you what happens?
Well, no, I'm supposed to give enough of it. So last year when I did this, I did enough of an open-ended review in the first half, so that if somebody was just trying to see if this was going to be their vibe, if it was a good movie, so they could decide if they wanted to watch it. And then I'd be like, okay, spoilers starting now. And then I would tell all my, like, more detailed feelings about the movie. But then I got the feedback that was too long, so.
Spoiler alert, the dog dies at the end.
There's no dog.
I'm not going to say what movie it's from. Spoiling a movie, though.
Yeah, it was actually his father.
Also, if the kid was dead the whole time, but she made it look like he wasn't.
I've never seen that movie.
No, I'm talking about the one we just watched.
Oh, okay.
What movie are you talking about?
The one where the spoiler is he was dead the whole time.
I know which one you're talking about. Not the dog.
Not the dog.
John McClane.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They understand. Anyways, so the son was dead the whole time, but in the letter, oh, he's out in this country saving the world, and I get that she doesn't want to put that he died in the Christmas letter, but the people who actually know her, other than this one family who hasn't talked to her in like years, they're gonna be like, what the heck is this? I was at the funeral. I wrote a check for $23 for their donation fund. I want that back with interest right now.
I'm not actually going to go back and watch the first part of this movie, but but I do kind of want to know what specifically she said in that letter, because she may have said it vague enough that the people who know that they started a foundation would just assume that she was talking about the foundation is in those other countries saving lives, or whatever it was. But I don't remember.
I don't even think the writers remember. I think they added that tidbit at the end of the movie because, like, okay, we need something here.
Mm-hmm.
Because this movie is 42 minutes long. We need something to make it a little bit longer to, like, made-for-TV movie length, at least. And so we should just kill off the son since no one's ever met him yet. And didn't we say something earlier about him in Africa or something? Nah, the viewers won't pay attention. They're probably on their phones anyway.
I will say
that you were on your phone the whole time?
Always. Especially a movie like that, you want me to pay attention to one thing.
I was just talking to Tim about this today, complaining about you. No. I was complaining how nobody just watches TV anymore. He's like, well, what do you do when you watch TV? I watch TV when I'm watching TV. And apparently I am the last person in the world who watches TV when they watch TV, because he has to sit on his phone or else he would be bored. And if you're that bored, just turn the TV off and go do something.
I do sometimes do that, but it starts having background noise while I'm scrolling. But so if a TV show is interesting enough or has a lot of visual, like, cues that I need to be looking, I have another thought about that. Then I will put my phone away and I'll pay more attention. But that movie was not interesting enough to put my phone away. The other thought that I had is I get really annoyed when it's not an interesting movie, but they do have a lot of the, like, text up on the screen that, you know, a person isn't narrating, because then I have to look and I end up missing it because it's not interesting enough for me to, like, catch it every time it happens, and then I don't know what's going on.
That's why she doesn't really pay attention in my videos, because she doesn't find them interesting enough. Rude.
That's not what I said.
Like, if I'm going to watch TV, I'm going to watch TV. The only exception is if I want to watch TV while I'm doing something else. I'll do that. Like, if I'm driving somewhere and I'm bored, I just put my phone up with the TV on the...
terrible bit of advice.
No, I cover up the speedometer so I don't see how fast I'm going.
Don't do that.
I look up at the road every 10 minutes or so.
No, that's a terrible... Don't
My
do
car
that.
is self-driving. I can do that.
That's not true. It's not.
It's got the little lane assist where it keeps you in the lane.
That's not the same
and
as self-driving.
It's got the guided cruise control
They're
thing.
They're going to hate if we're fighting too much and talking over each other.
I don't think so. I think you're going to hate that. I think they're just fine with it.
I love when we do that. But I do know that it does not make it for good YouTube.
Do you guys enjoy this when we're yelling at each other and talking over each other?
I usually edit it out, so I feel like this is the first time they're witnessing it.
Now they're actually seeing the good rants. Usually she edits the best part of our rants out.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so we don't recommend watching this movie.
I recommend watching it.
But if you do, like, this video is...
Speak for yourself.
a quarter of the length of the movie. Tune in tomorrow for...
I had a brilliant idea. Call the studio, have them put this at the end of the movie, then it'll be movie length.
No, but this is at the beginning of the movie.
No, there's spoilers. You gotta put it at the end. And
anyway,
it's a 2-bit studio. It's probably some kid in his garage. You could call him.
What's the video tomorrow?
I don't know.
I feel like I already have it posted.
But tomorrow will be like 44 videos. I think you can call it a break. It's mid-January already.
Oh, the Christmas ball. We made the Christmas ball for tomorrow's video.
I did that yesterday.
I know, but the video's coming out tomorrow.
Why do you put these in such a weird order?
Good night,
Look
sweet
how stressed
dreams.
she is.
Let us know in the comments below if you've watched this movie. Are you planning on watching it? What's the weirdest, worst Christmas movie you've seen recently? So that we don't watch it. Alright, bye.